The city of Nashville, Tennessee has experienced rapid growth in recent years. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. I spoke with transportation expert and Nashville resident Ashley Smith about how the city's transportation infrastructure is evolving to support its economic growth in the Nashville community. Check it out. So Ashley, Nashville is experiencing rapid growth. I read somewhere that it's 2 times the national average. How has that created opportunities for rethinking transportation infrastructure?
Yeah, I think it really has. And we've tried to be smart about thinking about what we need today, but also for the future. So, we want to just plan for today's population, but what is coming. And that goes for everything from our roads to our sidewalks, transit, bikeways, airport, you name it. So really trying to think creatively as to what modes need to be where and how to build those networks.
Nashville approved a $3.1 billion transit referendum last fall called Choose How You Move. Ashley, why do you think voters were inspired to support this ambitious initiative?
This referendum passed by about 2/3. And really the part that I think appealed to folks is that there was something for everyone. So in the prior referendum that did not pass was primarily transit. And while that was certainly a part of this one, there were also signal improvements, about 700 new signal timing, in addition to 86 miles of sidewalk and safety improvements. And so, if you're somebody that wants more green lights, this has something for you. I literally have a sign behind me where we were promoting, the Vote for Nashville Choose How You Move program. So a lot of the work that we do is really to make this safe, the streets safer so that they can, get those people moving from A to B and come home to their families.
How do you think some of the programs that you've worked on, like the Metro Sidewalk Program or the Walk-in Bike Plan, how have they contributed to the economic vitality of Nashville?
We're trying to make the network of sidewalks and bikeways fit together. And so if you have a bikeway that is just one segment, it doesn't connect to anything else, it's really not serving the public. Where you have that high functioning network of bikeway and sidewalk options, then businesses can be built around it, and you can have that safe mode to get people to and from.
Now, bike lanes can be controversial at times. I know some small business owners worry that when you remove parking for bike lanes, it will hurt sales. What's your perspective on that, and how do you address concerns of that nature?
Yeah, one of the first things we do is we do a parking study. And so you're actually going out and analyzing how many of the spaces are truly being utilized. Then it helps us figure out whether or not we could put a bikeway there, or maybe that parking really is needed. Another thing that we've done is actually put a bikeway facility as a parking protected option. And so essentially you have the bikeway on the far right, and then parking, and then the travel lane for cars. So then that way your cyclists are protected from the travel way by using that parking. So that works when you have the space. If you don't, then you have to make some decisions, and maybe the bikeway isn't best there, but it's certainly an option when you study the data and figure out what's best.
You've been part of many improvements to Nashville's WeGo transit system. What improvements are you most proud of, or what future improvements are you most excited about?
We've done some great projects with WeGo Public Transit. They've been a great partner, and we've worked alongside them for some improvements to the Nolensville corridor and done some bus bike interaction to make that a safer corridor. But in the future, there's some all access corridor projects that are coming along with that Choose How You Move referendum work that I talked about earlier. And so that's great. We're going to be looking at the roads and the corridors and figuring out how they can work for not just today, but the future and all the modes that need to be on them.
I'm hereby inspired to plan my next trip to Nashville. So thank you for a fascinating conversation. Thank you for being here with me.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. This is fun.